Warning, this is 18 plus content. I do not condone the use of drugs by minors. Don't do drugs, stay in school. Greening out. What exactly is greening out? According to our trusty Google, greening out is a term used to describe an unpleasant and intense reaction to too much cannabis, marijuana. It typically occurs when a person ingests a high amount of the active component in cannabis, THC. Symptoms of greening out may include nausea and vomiting, yes, dizziness and lightheadedness, yes, anxiety and paranoia, of course, sweating and chills, yeah, rapid heartbeat, yeah, confusion and difficulty concentrating, most definitely. This is most definitely homie verified. I have had one too many run-ins with all of these symptoms. So I have definitely met a few stoners who do not think that greening out is possible. Now, in my personal experience, I have greened out my fair share of times. I'm more sensitive to it than other people. However, everyone is different depending on your tolerance, depending on your weight, everything like that. In my experience, you get crazy dizzy. It's like the worst headache ever, and then you throw up. Like, to me, greening out is throwing up. Some people may say that greening out is like passing out, like when you just go to bed because you're too like high, but that's just getting high. Story time. So our story begins with me and my cousin Orion. He's the bro. He's the OG. Anyway, and we were like, okay, let's go to the beach. So we went to the beach on a family trip. Um, it starts with the beach house, and kind of like a weird thing. Like the owner of the beach house was like there staying with us, and like my Mima was like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I guess you didn't notice that they were gonna be there too. So we pulled up, and this lady's like waving outside. And we're like, who the hell is that? So yeah. Anyway, so the lady was there this whole time for the whole story. Oh, and also her son was there, and like she kept trying to make her son go play basketball with me and Orion, and it was like really forced and awkward and weird. Just So we make it to the bedroom that we're staying in the beach house, and this is let me let me set the scene. Okay, this is a few years ago. My hair is red, not green, and Orion's little scruffy goatee probably, and he wears a Hawaiian shirt, and I have no glasses, which is a big deal because now I got these big old John Lennon lenses. So we're just chilling, and he drops the most infamous line of ever. Do you want to smack some dabs? And this night will go down in history for me because I go, yes, let's get hella faded. Nectar collector. My personal favorite way of smoking dabaroonies is the tried and true silicone nectar collector, boy. It's just, I don't know, feels like it goes straight to the dome, you know what I mean? 3 dabs later. You good, bro? Faded. And the next scene is just us walking away. I don't know why I added this scene. It's not important. Okay, so we go outside and we're like uber faded, and I have my family to the right, and then the lady who owns the house decides to come out too. So then we have the lady who owns the house up like on the top balcony, like where her house is, because it's like split into like a 2-story duplex. So anyway, that's who's there. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit. I low key think I'm too faded. Like I think I'm too high, bro. And so I'm like trying to keep it cool, keep it in our wraps for real, be nonchalant and shit. Welcome to your first day at Weed College. Now, our first class is Weed 101 with Professor Homie. And our topic of the day, how to identify a geeker. Alright, in my personal experience, the first thing that as a certified geeker myself, the first thing that I can really like tell you about it is if your vision starts going green, you're cooked. Dude, you're deep fried, bro. You start looking around and things are like tinted a Mary Jane color, That's just not good. Like you know you're cooked at that point. And then like another weird thing that like I have googled and like verified that this is real and that people experience it, because no one I know really experiences it. But it's called weed hypothermia. And yes, it's a thing. I swear to God. No one believes me, bro. But when you smoke and you're like sensitive to the weed, it'll make you cold. Like your body temperature feels like you dropped like 3 degrees. It's really weird. But during this story, I was at the beach, so I was kind of having the opposite issue because like it was like really hot. Like I was about to pass the fuck out. So instead of being like really cold, I was like, the heat was getting to me. It was making my head hurt. I was like, wow, this is like, I don't know, getting dizzy and stuff. Um, but the next, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting off on tangent. The next thing that you need to see, in somebody to kind of validate that they're a geeker is that they go nonverbal. And this is probably the most common of the geeker symptoms. Like, that you're really faded if, like, you can't really speak. If you feel like you just, like, or you want to say something but you can't find the words, or maybe you don't want to say anything, no thoughts, head empty, you know, like, that'll really get you too, man. The Geeker Award! #1 geeker certified. Back to the story. So Orion is like, "You good, bro?" Like everyone's kind of asking me if like I'm okay. I look sick, and I'm like, "Yeah, I just don't feel good." I'm kind of brushing it off, trying to keep it on the low because it's like a family vacation. And so I try, in my little faded, geeked out brain, I'm like, okay, what's the best way to kind of handle this situation? And I'm thinking of the places that I can throw up because I'm thinking like it's gonna happen. Like I feel it in my head. I'm like, okay, well I'm about to green now. So I'm trying to, keep my cool and whatever. And so then I decide, I make the decision that no, the toilet isn't the best idea. Going inside, this is an immediate need. Like I can't make it inside. So I have the bright idea to walk past everybody, like kind of to the side, like behind, like beside, some of the cars in like the yard where it can kind of be washed away, was my like thinking, like it can be like washed away with the rain or whatever. So I go over, a little bit to the side and I just start vomiting, bro, puking. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. And I'm like, oh shit, like, bro, what do I tell these people, bro? And yeah, I'm sick as fuck. And after I throw up, everyone's kind of like, "Oh, dude, are you okay?" Like they're super caring and nice. And I'm like, "Yeah, like I just need to go lay down." So, usually the best way to recover after you green out is kind of just laying down for like a total of like 20 minutes. And so I did that. I went back in the house, laid down, and then I just got back up. Went to the beach, was fully recovered, and knew my limits better. So I did not green out for the rest of the trip. And that was really nice. Uh, taught me a valuable lesson. Don't take more than you can handle, and also maybe not on family vacation. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me on my very first video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I've never animated a YouTube video before in my life, so this was a really fun experience. I definitely think I'm going to be doing this more. If you guys have video recommendations, any ideas for me, just drop a comment. Constructive criticism is encouraged, and I know my mic is not the best. If you stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can get some better quality stuff, but I'm just messing around, having fun, educating the community. Yeah, so just, hit that like button, drop a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!